Hi guys, ready for our Friday night stories? Let's go. The Great Escape. When Moses was grown, God told him to go to the king of Egypt and tell the king to let his slaves go. But the king did not let God's people go. Instead, he made them work harder. He treated them worse than before. So God sent 10 terrible plagues onto the land of Egypt. When the king told Moses to take God's people and go, thousands upon thousands of God's people followed Moses to the Red Sea. But then the king changed his mind and sent soldiers and chariots to bring them back. Now there were soldiers behind the people and the Red Sea in front of them. Trust God, Moses told the people. The waves of the sea parted and the path opened. God's people crossed over to the other side, and when they were all safe, the water flowed back, and God's people were free. Our prayer says, when I am in trouble, help me tell you about it, God. When things are hard for me, help me to share them with you. Then help me to believe that you can help me. This story comes from Exodus chapter 3 through chapter 14. You guys know this story. David and the giant, or David and Goliath. Saul was a king of God's people. He was tall and strong. Goliath was a champion of the Philistines. He was not just tall, he was a giant. He was not just strong, but he was fierce and scary. Saul had an armor for his body, a helmet for his head, and a sharp sword. But Saul would not fight Goliath. Goliath was a bully. Day after day he challenged Saul or his soldiers to fight him, but no one would do it. No one, that is, except David. David was not big or strong, and he wasn't fierce or scary. But when David took care of his father's sheep, God had kept him safe from lions and bears. David went out to face Goliath with just his shepherd's sling and 5 smooth stones. Without much fight, the giant fell down dead. God had helped David. This proved that God's people did not have to be afraid. This comes from 1 Samuel chapter 17, and our prayer. Help me, God, to trust you like David, even when I'm afraid. Please keep me safe when bad things happen. I hope you enjoyed our stories. Our next one is about Jonah and the big fish. So I hope you join me on Monday to hear this next story. Happy weekend. Bye-bye.